another wide receiver just got paid. I would say a wide receiver in his class, right? His tier of wide receiver.
Yeah.
Not a Diggs, not a Tyreek Hill, not a Diontae, but I'm referring to Terry McLaurin, the wide receiver of the Washington Commanders. Signed a 3-year, $71 million deal. I think $28 million is fully guaranteed. And it's
signing bonus, and there's something that goes up to 53
Correct.
guaranteed too.
Yeah, and it's a $23 million per year average. So with that being the case, when you look at the numbers, Diontae versus Terry McLaurin, they're almost identical. I think Diontae has more catches.
I can read
Terry,
them off.
oh, you got to. I'm about to say it's like Diontae with more catches, Terry with more yardage, Diontae with more touchdowns.
Yep, exactly.
I think, yeah, but tell the numbers though. Read the numbers specifically.
254 receptions for Diontae. McLaurin has 222 receptions. Receiving yards, Diontae with 2,764. McLaurin with 3,090. And then touchdowns, Diontae has 4 more. He has 20. McLaurin has 16.
Yeah.
Diontae has a Pro Bowl and an All-Pro as a return man.
Yeah.
In terms of just accolades that McLaurin doesn't have. But you're right, the numbers are the same.
So with that being the case, obviously, this does two things. It flirts with that franchise number now increasing, but more importantly, in terms of the tag, but more importantly,
well, here's my question.
Yes.
Do they take into account, is it just top 5?
I think it's top 5.
10?
You're right. I think, is it top 5 or is it top 10?
I don't know, because
he will be right behind Diggs, because Diggs at 24.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone's saying he's top 5 highest paid. I did some research on this. He's behind Diggs, and that would make him 7th. I don't know if they're talking about guaranteed money or not.
I don't know how they're referring to it. Yeah.
So it may or may not adjust it. I have no clue.
But the next thing that it does is this. For Diontae, we talked about that $20 million at the franchise tag number, saying, hey, why would you go anything less than 20 when you know that's if they tag you, if they threaten to tag you next year, you're guaranteed 20. If they don't want to pay you 20, you're guaranteed it that way. Otherwise, you're going to hit the market and you can get whatever then. But to me, if you're Diontae, you're saying, bro, 23 is my number, bare minimum now. If I'm looking at Terry McLaurin, if I'm Diontae Johnson, because with the numbers you just read off, they are pretty much identical. The difference being, we got the Pro Bowl in terms of Diontae, and you got the All-Pro in terms of him being a returner. Now, granted, we know how that plays. We know he's not a returner. We know that. But he has the Pro Bowl receiver, and he does have that. So when you're talking in terms of at the negotiating table, you bring that up because you're like, bro, if he's getting 23 and he don't have one or the other of these, and our numbers are right here, 23 is the number. That's got to be it or more. But now you make the case of, can you pay Diontae more than you would pay a Stephon Diggs? Because Diggs getting 24 per year. But Diggs also Diggs took a team deal. That was definitely a team-friendly deal situation right there. So with that, it's just like, man.
Can I put this to even more perspective?
Talk about it. Let's do it.
Cooper Kupp's getting paid $3 more million than Terry McLaurin.
That's nuts.
And if Diontae got a $23 million deal, it would be 3 more than Diontae Johnson. Come on. This market's this bubble's gonna pop at some point here.
I mean, y'all said that before Terry got his deal.
Here's my thing, though. With Terry getting 23, does it really change things for the Steelers? Maybe it does for Diontae. Maybe you want a little bit more after seeing that. But you have dudes like Chris Godwin getting 20.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Godwin's better than Diontae.
Mm-hmm.
So the Steelers could point to that and say, like,
yeah,
who are you to tell me you deserve more than 20 when Godwin, who I think is a better receiver,
But when did Godwin sign, though? He signed 2 years ago, right?
I think it was this year. No, because he was tagged.
You're right, because he signed when he was hurt with the ACL. But the ACL has to be in part of that, too.
He had a good year, though, last year.
But he still is hurt, though.
No, he got over 1,000 yards.
No, I'm saying, but he's currently rehabbing, correct?
Is he?
I thought he was currently rehabbing.
He might be.
Yeah, because he tore it last year, right? Am I tripping?
I don't know. I thought it was the year before.
I thought it was last year. It could be the year before then. Maybe I got him flip flop.
I could be wrong.
We both could be wrong. I don't know.
ACL?
Yeah, it was definitely the ACL. What year was that?
Hold on. No, you're right.
Yeah, in 2021, right?
Yeah. No, you're right. Could cost him the start of the 2022.
Yeah. So that was why I thought the deal. That's why the deal is what it is then. Yeah.
Yeah. Why did I think it was 2020? I think you're right, but
because that was why even this offseason we were talking about potentially which free agents we would want to target. He was one of them. We're saying that, hey man, he's come off of ACL.
All right. What about Williams at 20 though? I just think Washington overpaid McLaurin. I think that was just a bad deal.
You could say the same about Christian Kirk, but the problem is that's what the market is right now.
Yeah, Kirk got 18. Galladay got 18. What was it? A year or two with the
Yeah.
Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Probably similar in terms of production with him coming out of the Lions to Diontae's.
Yeah.
Pretty similar. I mean, I think he was up in the double-digit touchdowns,
Yeah,
though.
but that was 2 years ago. That's all we're saying, man. If you're Diontae, I find it hard that you're going to take anything less than 20. Definitely anything less than 23. Especially when if they threaten you with the tag, you're going to get the 20. And then if you hit the market, bro, if he hits the market, he can get 25, 26 realistically.
What's crazy about this is, you know how we talked about, I still think the perfect number to make it make sense for both the Steelers and Diontae would be 17-18. And make it like a 3-year deal. Make all the money guaranteed. So
I would agree.
At least you're getting more than just the franchise tag then in terms of guaranteed money. But the more I thought about this, I'm almost going the other way with it. Because think of what 17 or 18 can get you.
Okay.
We got Levi Wallace, Ogunjobi, and Miles Jack this offseason for 20, and that's depending on what Ogunjobi's deal is. Well, if Ogunjobi's deal is 5 or 6, that is literally 17 or 18.
His, though, apparently it's the incentives, but the way that they've worded it, apparently it's supposed to be like incentives that he more than likely will get because his cap hit is $8 million this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, those 3 guys get you 20 right there. That's 2 borderline Pro Bowlers in Ogunjobi and Miles Jack.
Yeah.
Levi Wallace, a solid cornerback number 2, who's going to start every game this season for us, barring injury.
Yeah.
Bro, where you could just draft next season.
Another wide receiver.
Or in the next 2 off seasons.
Another wide receiver.
We just got this dude Pickens in the second round. We're talking about being our wide receiver number 1. And we're going to be paying him, what, $2 or $3 million a year? Versus Diontae paying him 20 plus. I'd rather stack the defense. I'd rather stack the defense and hope that Pickett pans out to be our franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what the Chiefs are doing with Mahomes. I don't know how their defense is looking, what they did, but they brought in, Justin Reed, right? But, like, Mahomes, you're seeing, they're like, hey, we can move off from Tyreek Hill at $30 million.
Yeah.
We'll bank on, all right, we'll bring in Juju, draft Sky Moore, bring in Valdez-Scantling. I think we'll be all right.
We like McCall Hardman. We still like him.
Yeah.
We still got Travis Kelce.
I think there's a wide receiver bubble.
Yeah.
I mean,
who pops it though? I think Diontae is going to get that money. I don't think he gets it here.
We can't do it. If he's legitimately thinking 20 plus, we can't do that.
But it's like, yo, how could you not think and I'm trying to think of him in that situation, like not me as a GM outsider. Like if you're the player here and this is your peers,
I agree.
How do you not take that? Because you don't want to be the guy that takes 16, takes 18, you blow up and have a crazy year, and now 2 years you're like, bruh, I'm grossly underpaid. And if I go and do the whole holdout thing, now you're gonna call me whatever again. So it's like I could avoid that by making sure that, we get this done in the front end. Do it the way I want to do it, the right way on the first time.
Here's the interesting thought. No Ben this year, though.
I know.
How much is he going to get force-fed?
Well, you're betting on yourself regardless. If you don't take a long-term deal, if you don't settle, you're betting on yourself. Number 1, like you said, with whoever's at quarterback. Number 2, are you going to get the targets? Number 3, are you going to stay healthy? And number 4, are you going to make sure that the drop issue continues to go away? Because we talked about the sample size for him being a confident hands-catching receiver is 1 year. And you can make a case that it wasn't even a full season. So that's the part where when we're talking about him, it's like, man, if you're talking about betting on yourself, those are some of the things that go along with that. It's tough, though, man.
Like I said, I'm still not opposed to signing Diontae. There's some pause for thought, though, whenever you think of what 17, 18 million can get you.
Yeah.
15, I think I'd be pretty good with it, but I don't think Diontae would be good with it.
Because we can't think of it in, like, our context. We got to think of it like, if this is your market and these are your peers in this market and that's the number that's being set, it's like, bro, you're not going to settle for that when you can get that. Like, nah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Definitely understand. And this is the time where I think the Steelers could take that type of risk because we're talking about quarterbacks on cheaper contracts. But if Trubisky balls out, I mean, you're going to have to pay him probably.
Yeah.
That's going to be a whole nother discussion.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think Diontae, within a 2 or 3 year window, you can get him his contract. We still got our rookie receivers in there. Yeah. Pickett on a rookie contract if he's the heir apparent. Mm-hmm. That could make sense. And I don't think that would kill our cap to where we can't bring in defensive players or still have a good line and whatnot or just have a good team around. Because then we got to start worrying about Najee, Pat Freiermuth, with their contracts. But like I said, if we can get Diontae in like a 2 or 3 year window, maybe front load a little bit because we still have cap space. We're going to have cap space next year with all this dead money going out. That could make sense. We could make it work.
I would agree.
But with this deal, you're right. How much does this change the game? I don't know.
If I'm Deion, I can just see it though, bro. Like,
what's Debo gonna get now?
Man, come on, bro. If Terry getting 23,
who's Terry's agent? He deserves a raise. I'm telling you, they overpay. This is a terrible contract.
I'm just
in
like,
my
bro,
it's a terrible
he got
contract.
20. Like to see the 20, I'm just like, yo, that's legit 23, like per year.
It's a terrible contract.
I don't get it, bro.
He's good. And some may even say he's better than Diontae, but does it matter when you're on the same
23,
tier?
Like, yeah, the 23, that's, yeah, I wouldn't pay him 20, but that's like the cap for it. Like, that's, oof. But that's not us, so we shall see, man.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a bubble here.
Yeah.
Well, there is a bubble. You're right. It's just when does this pop?
Yeah, we shall see, man.
Because I'm looking at some of these. I mean, yeah, Christian Kirk at 18.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of these guys deserve money, but I just think Mike Williams at $20 million.
Like, it's a
little
level,
too much.
You have to say, like, yo, we got to wind this thing back a little
It's
bit.
almost like some of the NBA contracts, too.
Correct,
when role players were getting staggering amounts of money and
Yes.
getting, like, max
Yes.
contracts.
Like,
and
yo, how are
you're right.
getting
It's
this
wind
much
back a
for
little
it?
bit.
Yeah. The market it will correct itself. We just don't know when. And right now, we happen to be getting closer to being up to bat. We're like, hold on now. Hold on. Another one got paid? Hold on. Another one got paid? And y'all, it ain't corrected just yet? Yeah.
DJ Chark to the Lions at 10, I feel like it's a steal.
Fair.
I'm just trying to look at some of these deals. Valdez Scantling to the Chiefs at 10 is terrible.
What do you think they offer? What do you think that initial offer was to Diontae?
Huh? 10.
That's like...
Because there was the reports that he wanted 15.
Right. Because, like, to me, 10 seems fine. Like, that's like, yo, I would even go 13 to make you happy. Like, that's perfect. But when you're talking about 23 to Terry McLaurin, I'm just like, yo, what?
Yeah, because Chark...
That just doesn't make sense to me.
I feel like when Chark's right, he might even be a better receiver than Diontae. But I think he was dealing something with injuries. And it's only a 1-year deal. 10 to the Lions. So... With Diontae, yeah, I think a multi-year deal for like 14 or 15 would make sense. That's what Hunter Renfrow got. But now, is Diontae better than Renfrow? Yeah, probably a little bit. But if you're the Steelers, you're thinking, dude, we could churn out receivers, though.
Yeah.
It ain't the same. Like, the Raiders, this is like their first time actually having a solid core on offense where they feel like they could replicate this for years to come.
Yeah.
Where I'm telling you, if you're the Steelers, we just drafted Pickens and Calvin Austin. And we've had very much success with drafting receivers. Now, we've had Ben. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But the way we're talking about Pickens and Austin, it's not like they're going to be slubs for us.
That's kind of my approach, man. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Does this piss Diontae off enough to not go to training camp?
No, I hope not. I would hope not. I think he should still definitely show up to camp, and because you're going to need to be your best self regardless. Like, you're not on the table for the tag this year, so they will find you this year.
If you're Deontay's agent, what are you telling him?
If I'm his agent, I'm telling him, man, don't sign a contract right now and bet on yourself. Come to camp. You're the best thing out there. Show it from start to finish. All right, we'll try one more time during training camp to see if we can get that number 20-ish. But if we can't, we're going to play it out. You'll be fine. You're going to get done. You'll be good. Even if you take a step back statistically, they still would have to tag you. They're not going to just let you walk. Because if they let you walk, you're going to clear. You will guarantee get 24 plus if he hits the market next year.
What if it pops this season in a way?
Bro, open market we're talking about.
I know, but what if people see some of these contracts like, nah, I think we went too far last offseason. Let's not do it again this offseason.
The difference is when these guys are getting paid, typically, Terry McLaurin, Washington paid him that, right? Mostly Hunter Renfrow, Vegas paid him that. Like, it's their teams that are paying this. Who got to the open market? Kirk. And we're like, bro, how did you get paid that much? That doesn't make sense, right? We talk about the Tyreek Hill deal. Kansas City didn't want to do that. He hit the open market via trade, essentially. That's why Miami paid him that. Devontae Adams. Green Bay ain't pay him that. What did they do? We're going to tag you. We'll trade you like Vegas. You pay him. That's your open market. So for Diontae, all he got to do is get to the open market, and he will get paid.
He needs to pray those guys do well, though.
So you don't think Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams are going to do well?
No, they're going to do fine. do they have $30 million worth of impact on the team winning? That's the question.
True. I would agree with that. But I'll take it a step further. If Kirk can make Trevor Lawrence, if they just think about that. If let Trevor Lawrence look better this year, who are they going to be talking about? Oh, it was because the receiver. It was the impact. You know they will. And that'll be the one. That'll be the one where they're like, you know what, man? Yeah, Diontae, we need a guy like him. Because think about how Diontae plays. He's quarterback friendly, right? You can get him the ball downfield. You can get him the ball by the line of scrimmage. He can catch. He can take that thing the distance, right? In terms of make a guy miss and the AB. You know what I mean? He got that in him. But with a Diontae, it's like, man, teams will be looking around the league saying, well, you know what? If he's on the market, we know he's a guy that you can plug in any offense and he's going to be able to cook. He can run routes. Like I said, he's electric when he gets the ball in his hands. Like, you feel excited. You feel good about him. It's just, can he consistently keep it, you know what I'm saying, in terms of catching and stuff like that. But he did take a big step in the right direction last season. So that's why I'm like, man, if he hits the open market, he'll get paid. So if I'm his agent, that's what I'm telling him. I'm like, bro, we not signing nothing less than 20. And that's the team deal. That's the team friendly. Y'all, I'm homegrown here. I want to stay here. Take the 20. But after that, it's like, nah, man, we're going to play. You're going to hit this open market. If they don't tag you at the open market, if they tag you, all right, cool. You can get 20 guaranteed anyways. But if they don't tag you, you hit that open market, you're going to get $24+ million.
So with the Jaguars offense, I was wondering if they still had another option for their number one. They really don't. It's going to be Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones and Zay Jones, and then Laviska Shenault. So I guess Christian Kirk's going to be getting fed.
He's going to get them opportunities, man. And you saw how much they were throwing the ball last year with Trevor Lawrence. Now they feel like they got a guy. Now they got a reason.
Oh, they did bring Evan Ingram in, though.
Yeah. That's fine.
He's going to be a nice little pass catcher for him.
Yeah.
But
which is good, though. That's good for Kirk because I don't know if Kirk ready to be a true
No,
true
that's what I mean.
That. You know what I'm saying?
It might be too much
He going to need some help,
Kirk.
man. He going to need some help. That's kind of how I felt about Juju in Kansas City right now. It's like, oh, no, Tyreek.
Sky Moore.
You don't want it? Yeah.
Valdez Scantling.
You need some help out there, Juju. You don't want that pressure like that, baby. You need a little help.
Well, they have Travis Kelce, I guess.
Yeah, he nice.
The question is when you think it's popping. And if I think it is this year, then you should try to take like some type of multi-year deal, I think, before this season. But if you don't, if it's more of how you're thinking what, 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Then you wait it out. It'll be interesting because this will be definitely a conversation. I think for me,
right, bro,
throughout the season and even next offseason, it's gonna be this wide receiver market.
Yeah. But if you bet on yourself and your Diontae, you got to bet right. You got to win. Because it's like, dude.
Yeah, you can't have a down season and then also like Tyreek Hill getting hurt or something. Devontae Adams only getting like 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns.
That can't be the case, bro.
That's what I mean. Like, Tyreek Hill and Devontae, like, to be worth that money, they have to absolutely go off. Cooper Kupp's getting 26.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I mean?
And we know what Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown, Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP.
You could say that was a hometown discount or whatnot, but that's, I think, evidence of how bad the wide receiver market is right now in terms of guys being overpaid.
But you know he would have got 30 on the open market.
More than that, I would assume.
Kupp definitely would have been in that range.
I would assume. Yeah, he was a Triple Crown winner, dude.
Like, bruh.
He won Super Bowl MVP, right?
Yes,
I thought it should have been Stafford, but he balled out in the Super Bowl, too.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
It's not like it was just empty stats.
Nah, man.
Jeez.
It's craziness.
Something to monitor. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's any talks of this contract getting done anytime soon.
Yeah.
So I guess the only other news we'll have with it is other receivers getting paid or when the contract actually gets signed.
It's still some, because how many other guys? We got, what, 3 or 4 other receivers that are next? Or that in that
is it
conversation?
Debo, Deke?
Yeah.
Is there one more?
And there's somebody else,
the other one was McLaurin, but he just got signed. The other one was A.J. Brown. He got traded.
So then it's Diontae then. Yeah, he's that 4th one then.
Yeah.
So we shall see, man. We shall see.